Did you know that while you go about your daily routine, a silent enemy could be infiltrating your body without you even realizing it? Osteoporosis is an insidious disease that causes no warning or pain and slowly destroys bones. And the most alarming thing is that many people live with it for years without even knowing they are at risk. Imagine the fear you would feel if you discovered that a simple fall or wrong move could result in a serious and debilitating fracture. And worse, you have no idea how to prevent it. The problem with osteoporosis is that it doesn't make a sound. There are no obvious signs until it's too late. You may feel fine, even healthy, but in the meantime, your bones are weakening and becoming more fragile. By the time osteoporosis becomes visible, it has already caused significant damage to your bones, and the chances of a fracture increase exponentially. A broken hip or wrist, for example, can be a devastating event in anyone's life, resulting in long recovery times, loss of mobility, and in many cases, a decrease in independence. But what many people don't know is that osteoporosis can be prevented, or at least controlled, if detected early. The problem is that in many cases, people don't realize what's going on inside them until it's too late. The silence of the disease is what makes it even more dangerous. Your body is talking, but you're not listening. The good news is that with knowledge and action, it's possible to take control and change the course of your bone health before the most serious consequences become a reality. Osteoporosis is not age-specific, although it is more common in older people. Postmenopausal women are particularly vulnerable due to declining estrogen levels, which play a crucial role in bone health. However, the disease can also affect men and younger people, especially those with risk factors such as a diet low in calcium, a sedentary lifestyle, or a family history of osteoporosis. Often, the change begins at an early stage, when the signs are too subtle to be noticed without specific tests. Bone loss is difficult to detect because bones do not show obvious symptoms until bone density has already decreased significantly. Spontaneous fractures, back pain caused by compression fractures, or a hunched posture are some of the most obvious signs, but they are not the first symptoms of the disease. Fractures can occur in ways you would never expect, such as slipping on a sidewalk or picking up a heavier object than normal. That's why it's important to be aware of your bone health, even when you don't have pain. Now imagine the outrage that sets in when you realize that all of this could have been prevented. Why don't people talk about osteoporosis until it's too late? What is going on behind the scenes in our health that leaves us so uninformed about a disease that can change our lives so drastically? You may be wondering, why is this so important? I feel fine and have no symptoms. The answer is simple. Osteoporosis works silently, but its consequences can be devastating. Often, people only realize what they've lost when the damage has already been done. And the worst part is that, unlike other diseases, there is no immediate pain to alert the body. The impact starts small, but over time, it becomes uncontrollable. Imagine the following situation. You are walking home as usual and accidentally take a small false step. You feel a sudden pain, and when you look down at the floor, you realize that you have fallen. The feeling of helplessness is immediate. But when you go to the doctor and undergo the tests, the surprise is enormous. A simple fall caused a fracture in your bones, which in a healthy person would not have happened. How was this possible? What you didn't know is that your bone density was already compromised by osteoporosis, and this fall was just the trigger for the irreparable damage. This type of fracture is not uncommon. It occurs in many people with osteoporosis and can affect the ability to walk, work, or perform daily tasks. In the case of hip fractures, the situation is even more serious. It is estimated that a large proportion of people with hip fractures will never be able to live independently again. Recovery from a fracture of this type can take months, and often people do not return to their normal lives. This is a direct Reflection of osteoporosis, a disease that does not manifest itself with pain, but which can completely destroy your ability to live freely. In addition to fractures, osteoporosis can cause chronic back pain due to compression fractures in the vertebrae. This pain is often overlooked as it can be mistaken for normal wear and tear on bones as we age. However, these fractures can be just as debilitating as fractures in other, more visible bones. They can also affect posture, leading to an abnormal curvature in the spine, which can impact your mobility and, ultimately, your quality of life. Osteoporosis not only affects physical health, but can also have a profound impact on mental and emotional health. The constant fear of falling and getting hurt can lead to anxiety and depression, causing a person to withdraw from social activities and even family interactions. The feeling of dependence, due to no longer being able to perform simple activities, also affects self-esteem. Many people feel like they are aging prematurely, not only because of the physical weakening, but also because of the psychological impact that osteoporosis causes. Now imagine how different it would be if you could prevent all of this. Wouldn't that be a better reality for you and your loved ones? The impact of osteoporosis doesn't have to be inevitable. There is a simple solution that can change the course of this story. And that solution starts with a concrete action that you can start taking today. But what is that change? What do you need to do to protect your bones and ensure a healthier, more independent future? The answer comes now. Now, it's time to reveal the one change you need to make to effectively protect your bones. Regular practice of bone strengthening exercises. Yes, you read that right. A simple change in your lifestyle can be the determining factor in maintaining the health of your bones and preventing the progression of osteoporosis. And the best part, you can start right now without the need for expensive equipment or endless hours of training. Bone strengthening doesn't have to be complicated. It can be done with simple activities like brisk walking, climbing stairs, and even more specific activities like weight training. The important thing is that these exercises stimulate the bones, helping to increase bone density and prevent bone loss. Regularly engaging in these activities sends a signal to the body that the bones need to be strengthened to support daily movement and activities. In response, the body begins to produce more bone cells and reabsorb less calcium, helping to keep the bone structure firm and healthy. You may be wondering, but does it really work? The answer is a resounding yes. Studies have shown that people who regularly do bone strengthening exercises have higher bone density and a much lower risk of fractures. Additionally, exercise can improve balance and coordination, two key factors in preventing falls. When you exercise, your body not only strengthens its bones, but also improves flexibility and posture, which contribute to your overall health. Many people associate bone strengthening exercises with lifting heavy weights, but there's no need to follow that stereotype. Even simple activities like walking, cycling, or yoga can be extremely effective. The key is regularity and commitment. Start with small sessions of 10 to 15 minutes a day and gradually increase as your body gets used to them. This will help prevent excessive wear and tear and allow you to reap the long-term benefits without putting too much strain on your skeletal system. Additionally, combining exercise with a diet rich in calcium and vitamin D can further speed up the process of strengthening bones. Calcium is an essential mineral for bone health, and vitamin D helps the body absorb this calcium efficiently. Including foods such as milk, cheese, leafy vegetables, and fatty fish in your diet, along with daily exercise, can be key to keeping your bones strong and resistant to osteoporosis. By incorporating this simple change into your routine, you will be taking a crucial step towards ensuring a more active, independent life without the dreaded impacts of osteoporosis. Don't wait until a fracture happens to take action. You have the power to take control now and change the future of your bones. Now, the question is, are you ready to make this change? Now that you know what changes can save your bones and transform your health, it's time to understand the benefits of regular bone strengthening exercises. By incorporating these activities into your routine, you'll not only be fighting osteoporosis, but you'll also be improving your overall quality of life. Let's see how this can have a lasting, positive impact on your life. First, one of the most immediate benefits you'll notice is increased strength and endurance. Exercises like walking, light weight training, and even dancing can significantly increase muscle mass, which in turn strengthens your bones. Not only does this improve your mobility, but it also reduces the risk of injuries and fractures, which are common in people with osteoporosis. This strengthening of muscles provides a solid foundation for your bones, ensuring that your body can better withstand the impact of everyday activities like lifting, walking, and even performing simple tasks. Additionally, exercises that aim to strengthen bones also have a positive effect on balance and motor coordination. Over time, this can help reduce the risk of falls, which are a leading cause of fractures in people with osteoporosis. This is especially important as we age, as the risk of falls increases with age. By improving your balance and agility, you will be reducing the likelihood of an accident that could result in a debilitating fracture. Another key benefit is improved mental health. Osteoporosis, like other health conditions, can lead to feelings of frustration, fear, and even depression, especially when a person feels like they are losing their independence. Regular exercise not only strengthens your bones, but also improves the production of endorphins, the feel-good hormones that help reduce stress and anxiety. By doing so, you will be taking care of not only your bones, but also your emotional health, which is crucial for a balanced and happy life. In addition to all these immediate benefits, the lasting impact of regular exercise on strengthening bones is even more impressive. Over time, your risk of developing severe osteoporosis or suffering a fracture decreases dramatically. This is because, as you strengthen your bones, your body begins to produce more bone cells and improve their density, slowing down the bone aging process. By continuing to exercise over the years, you will be preserving the health of your bones and ensuring greater longevity and quality of life. Ultimately, the sense of well-being that comes with adopting healthy habits is unmatched. You'll feel more energized, more capable of performing everyday tasks, and more confident in your ability to live without the limitations that osteoporosis can cause. By committing to regular exercise, you'll not only be protecting your bones, but also giving you the freedom to live an active, fearless life. Best of all, you'll be able to do this for the rest of your life, reaping the rewards of your efforts for years to come. Making this change now is not just a preventative measure, it's an investment in your future. Osteoporosis can be a silent threat, but the solution is within your reach. If you start today, your bones will be stronger tomorrow. And over time, you'll find that you've not only avoided a painful condition, but also gained more energy and a better quality of life. Now that you know how important it is to exercise to strengthen your bones and you are aware of the incredible benefits that this change can bring, you may be wondering how to start. The good news is that the journey to strengthening your bones and fighting osteoporosis doesn't have to be difficult or intimidating. On the contrary, it can be simple, affordable, and even enjoyable. The first step is to understand that there is no need for a complicated exercise routine or an expensive gym membership. The key is to start with small daily changes and incorporate activities that you can comfortably do into your life. For example, daily walks a brisk 20 to 30 minutes of walking is one of the best ways to strengthen your bones. Walking doesn't take much effort and can be done anywhere in the park, around the block, or even on a treadmill if you prefer. Plus, walking regularly improves your balance, posture, and cardiovascular health, creating a positive effect on your entire body. If you are already comfortable with walking, you can start including resistance exercises. This can be done with light weights, resistance bands, or even using your own body weight. Exercises such as squats, push-ups, or using light dumbbells can help strengthen your muscles and stimulate your bones to produce more bone cells. Start with short sessions of 10 to 15 minutes and gradually increase the intensity as you feel stronger and more confident. Impact exercises, such as climbing stairs or dancing, are also extremely effective. These activities, when done regularly, create pressure on the bones that encourages them to stay strong. The impact, even if moderate, causes the bones to adapt, becoming denser and more resistant. In addition, these activities can be extremely fun, and by making them part of your day, you will be taking care of your health without realizing the effort. Don't forget to also include a flexibility and stretching exercise. Include them in your routine. They are important not only for improving mobility and reducing the risk of injury, but also for keeping your joints healthy. Yoga and Pilates are excellent options that, in addition to increasing flexibility, can improve balance and posture, factors that help prevent falls and fractures. If you are wondering about the duration and frequency of these exercises, the recommendation is to start with at least 30 minutes of physical activity, 3 to 5 times a week. Remember, the most important thing is to be consistent. Don't worry about doing everything at once or doing exhausting workouts. The key is regularity. Little by little, you will begin to notice the benefits, not only in your bones, but also in your energy, your disposition, and your mental health. It is also important to consult a doctor or healthcare professional before starting any exercise program, especially if you have already been diagnosed with osteoporosis or other health problems. They can guide you on the most appropriate exercises for your situation, ensuring that you practice the activities safely and effectively. Starting this change now may seem like a small step, but it could be the one that makes all the difference. In the future, don't wait for osteoporosis to manifest itself before taking action. Get started today, and your bones will thank you for years to come. With patience, persistence, and dedication, you'll be on your way to a healthier, more active, fracture-free life. Now that you understand the importance of adopting bone-strengthening exercises and how to get started on this journey, it's essential to talk about the last vital component for success: the consistency. The secret to any lasting change is not just getting started, but staying committed to your health over time. When it comes to osteoporosis, the benefits you reap from exercise only become apparent after a sustained period of dedication. Consistency in exercise is what ensures that your bones continue to grow stronger, that your bone density is maintained or even increased, and that your risk of fractures decreases over time. That's why establishing a routine that's both realistic and sustainable is crucial. It's not about doing hard workouts every day, but rather about making exercise an integral part of your day. As exercise becomes a habit, it stops being something you have to do and becomes something you want to do. An effective way to maintain consistency is to turn exercise into something enjoyable. Find activities that you enjoy. You may find that you love dancing, walking on the beach, doing yoga, or even taking a fitness class. This will make the process more fun and less of a chore. Enjoying physical activity makes it easier to stick with it in the long run. Also, consider inviting a friend or family member to join you. Working out in a group can be motivating and make exercise more sociable and enjoyable. Another important trick to maintain consistency is set realistic goals and celebrate small achievements. Don't overdo it at first. Start with small goals, like walking 10 minutes a day, and gradually increase your goals. When you reach these goals, celebrate. This will create a positive reinforcement cycle that will keep you motivated to keep going. The feeling of progress and the reward of reaching your personal goals are key to maintaining discipline. Furthermore, document your progress can be a powerful tool. You can log your workouts, take photos, measure your energy, and even monitor your bone health with the help of a doctor. Seeing how far you've come and the benefits you've gained over time can be an extra motivation to keep going. Even on those lazy days, looking back at the progress you've made can give you the energy you need to keep going. It is also important to patient. Osteoporosis is a condition that develops over time, and the results of exercise are not immediate. However, that doesn't mean you're not making a difference. Every step, every walk, every set of squats is contributing to a healthier future. Don't be discouraged if you don't see results right away. Over time, the positive effects will come, and you will feel the difference in your body and in your life. Remember, by staying consistent, you're taking control of your health and preventing future problems. Osteoporosis doesn't have to be an inevitable fate. With a daily commitment and the support of a healthy routine, you have the power to ensure a future with strong bones, an active body, and a fulfilling life. Now it's up to you. Commit to your health. Start today and never stop taking care of yourself. Your healthy future depends on the action you take now.